Hello chess fans, this is the YouTube channel Chess Analysis 64. In this video we will analyze a game between Kasparov as white and Unzicker as black. The game is an excellent example of taking advantage of a pawn move that exposes the defending player's king. In the game, the attacking player controls a critical diagonal with one of his bishops, and with the help of other factors such as control of an open file, penetration into enemy territory, and excellent piece cooperation is able to win the game. In this game, black was passive and didn't have an attack of his own. Remember, you will not win games by responding to your opponent's threats and forgetting your own plans. We begin with the starting position: e4, e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, d4, e captures d4, knight captures d4, bishop to b4, checking the white king, c3, bishop to c5, bishop to e3, bishop to b6, queen to g4, queen to f6, queen to g3. Okay, we continue. Black plays knight captures d4, c captures d4, bishop captures d4. Notice that with this bishop capture, the c7 pawn becomes undefended and is attacked by the white queen. White plays bishop captures d4, queen captures d4. Now the black queen is threatening two pawns, and the only move to protect them both in one move is knight to c3. Black plays knight to e7, and if black plays instead knight to f6, the black queen no longer protects the g7 pawn. You might be wondering, why didn't black save his c7 pawn? Well, the answer to this question is that if he does save the c7 pawn, he will have to give a pawn back and even lose more material. Let's check it out. Black to move, c6, saving his c pawn, and now white moves his a rook to d1, threatening the black queen, which has only one safe square to move to keep guarding the g7 pawn. So she moves to f6. Now white's rook moves to d6, threatening the queen, and there is no safe square for the queen to keep guarding the g pawn. Okay, we return to our last move, knight to e7. White to move, he captures the c pawn. And here black castles kingside. Rook to d1, threatening the queen. Queen to b4, threatening the undefended b pawn. Rook to d2, protecting the b pawn. Knight to g6, bishop to e2, f5, bishop to c4, checking the black king and taking control of the a2 ga diagonal, and the weakness black created by moving his f pawn. This weakness will bother black till the end of the game and help white win the game. Okay, we continue. Black moves his king away from the check. Knight to d5, threatening the black queen. Queen to a4. e4 captures f5. Rook captures f5. White castles kingside. Queen to c6, offering a queen exchange. Bishop to b3. Queen captures queen. Knight captures queen, and the white knight is threatening the black a rook. This move gives white the initiative and allows him to control the half-open d file with his d rook. Okay, black moves his a rook to b8, rook to e1, controlling the e file. Notice how white's pieces are active and controlling more territory, whereas black's bishop and b8 rook are not helpful at all and are trapped by their own pawns. So black decides to play b6, giving space for his bishop. A better move is b5, taking away an important square from the white knight. In the game, the white knight will occupy the b5 square, which will result in a decisive advantage for white. In your games, try to take away as much squares from your opponent as possible. Okay, we continue. White to play, knight to b5, bishop to b7. You might be wondering, why didn't black capture the knight with his f-rook? Well, let's check it out. Rook captures knight. And here white's e-rook moves to e8, checking the black king. And there is only one move for black, which is knight to f8. The white rook captures the black knight, checkmating the black king, and white wins the game. So the black rook was preventing checkmate with the help of the knight. Okay, we return to the move bishop to b7. Here you also might be wondering, why did the black bishop stop defending the d7 pawn and allow the white d-rook to capture it? Well, let's check it out. The white rook captures the d7 pawn, and here the black bishop moves to c6, threatening both the rook and knight. And white can't save both the rook and knight, and black will win material. So instead of capturing the pawn, white plays knight to d6, threatening the black rook. And here black's position collapses, and there is no move that can save black, and eventually with good play, white will win the game. The game continued, black to move, the f-rook moves to f8, knight to f7, checking the black king, the king moves to g8, white's d-rook captures black's d-pawn, and now white is threatening to move the knight to d6, attacking the black bishop twice, and black is unable to find a second defender other than the rook. If he moves it away from the attack, the white rook will capture the a-pawn, so white will be ahead 2 pawns, and here black decides to resign. As mentioned in the beginning of the video, white won the game because of his well-placed pieces. He controlled an open file with his rook and an important diagonal with his bishop. In your games, try to search for undefended pieces and target them. Hope you found something useful in this video. Hopefully, I will be uploading new videos soon. Keep up the good work and good luck with your next chess game.